Howdy y'all, welcome to a behind the scenes, my first behind the scenes, and today we're gonna be behind the scenes to my entire is Frost Fox a Furry. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's one of my favorite videos up to date and my best edited. I do want to talk about that, and so I'm practically gonna explain every single thing that went into the process of making the video and explaining how some things go and my thought process behind it. So if we start at the beginning. Frost Fox, you most likely know him from his own. I'm a bit loud, so I'm gonna yes. So here it was like multiple takes. So I was in a call with a friend by the name of Guilty Stew. Originally, the subscribe button was like in front of me. Let me just go a couple frames. You most likely. Yeah, so there you go. Like originally, this subscribe was in front of me, which kind of covered my head. I was about to leave it like that, but Guilty Stew, my friend, told me like, "Hey, it doesn't look as good if it's right in front of you." And also, I do want to throw out multiple times we're recording. It's just the lighting. I need to fix my lighting because the green screen looks very odd at times. Like it looks like the green screen just breaks. You can see static, and that's a bit of an issue which I need to fix. It's just practically lighting. It's not the green screen itself. The green screen works fine. It's just the lighting how it messes it up. Let's proceed over here. Oh yeah, this was a couple takes where I was like Frostfox. I had to keep practicing. So what I normally do is I flip my because what I normally do is just the green screen more space and any more space. So I flip my monitor around and record from there so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, this took a couple takes. It was not that hard. It was just me stumbling on words. If I'm right, this was about like 20 attempts to get right, but hey, I got it. No one from his own YouTube channel or the multiple commentary channels that can. In my opinion, I feel like the swoosh effect is either a bit too loud here or it would have not been needed at all. Find something original to talk about. And yeah, right here. If you see moments right here, that's where the green screen just fully breaks. Okay, and talking about this section, so I feel like there's a bit of confusion for this. So what I mean by commentary channels don't have anything original to talk about. When the PNG tubers got popular, my constant feed was like PNG tuber that, PNG tuber this, meow about that, and it was like, and I was like, yeah, I get your point how you don't like us and we do the same content, but it's just the fact you're doing it too, so it's kind of like hypocritical. And also, like, in 2 weeks from now, because I plan on taking a 1 week break from my main, like, it's not just gonna be Vince and Dumpy. I feel like I'm gonna have, like, 2 more people talking about. And yeah. You two are next week. You better calm down. So that effect, the spin effect, I'm so sorry if I just sound messy. I'm just as I go. So that spinning effect, which and you can see the green screen. That spinny like whirlpool effect, I just grabbed it off the internet because like I was originally gonna like just make them dissolve, but my friend Guilty was like, just why don't you just make them like disappear into a wormhole? Actually, no, he just told me like just make them go off screen. But I was like, it'd be more fun if I just throw them into a hole. So that's what I did. This effect took me like about 5 minutes to figure out. Next week, you better because I had to also make them do some kind of wobble effect thanks to Vinzar. I'm so sorry I butchered that name. Like pack, it's most useful purchase I made, and I'm very happy about it. This I had to make this so this was a much longer effect. I had to cut it down where it appears and disappears. But I was able to fix it, and I'm pretty sure if I'm correct, I had to dissolve it. No, it's just it dissolves. See, it says crossfade in, cross dissolve in, because it was much longer. If I'm right, it was like yeah, it was way longer. It was way longer, and I had to cut it down. Yeah, and the disappear effect worked in my favor, and I was pretty happy about that. And Dumpy and Vince goes away. Down. Why am I talking about? Originally, there was supposed to be a better transition here, but Guilty just told me like it looks so much better if it just sits. And like I said, with the same thing with the subscribe, the like button also went behind it. Am I talking about Frost? That's a good question. Frost is such a nice person and would never say anything mean to me. Okay, so 2 parts here. The Frost part, like I said, it was just multiple attempts here. I got it done. It just took like 10, 20 attempts to actually get it right. Now time for the explosion part. So what was supposed to happen is I say the words like Frost is a nice person. Well, what am I talking about? Frost is a nice person. He never said anything mean to me, and I did an explosion effect of all the times he said anything mean to me. And just to confirm, we have no bad blood against each other. It's just all in good fun. So let me just there we go. So I had to fall like 5 times. This was in the original planning. This was in the original script where where the background would explode and I would fall. It worked better than I thought. I feel like the following could have been a little bit more better, but I got it done and I'm happy about that. And after explosion, the explosion is so loud. Like I can see it even peaking in OBS right now. The explosion was loud. I feel like it could have been a little bit quieter. I already put it down, but it's still pretty loud. After the explosion cleared up, after I cross dissolved it, right? It would just be different clips of Frost just saying, "Oh, bush that, bush this." You get the drill. So let me just.
Bush, okay, dude.
Yeah,
Man, but seriously though, imagine
Bush should win.
I mean, that has to be rough.
Bush
right?
Bush is an L.
All right, pause here. So, these okay. So this clip at the top left was from an Munchie MC stream. I joined in because it was a public Munchie MC thing that Frost did. I joined in for fun because Frost is nice. I want to hang out for a bit. Same for this clip here. These two are from the exact same stream. Even though it's face cam here, these are the exact same stream. This was from a Jackbox. What was the first clip about? Yeah, Jackbox screen. So I used two streams, same clip. I'll talk about the trash can one in a bit. So all of these are from okay. So each one is from the same stream. Two clips, same stream. So Jackbox, same stream. Munchie MC, same stream. I'll be right back. All right, the trash can. I'll explain this part first before I continue. The trash can was it took me about 10 attempts, and this was the last thing I filmed. Oh yeah, one thing I want to throw in is there's a lot of consistency with me wearing a purple sweater, because I noticed in some scenes my pants are different, but that's because these are filmed on different days. Originally over here there was this green trash can where I was gonna jump into it, but me and my sister went to go open it up. We discovered a Black Widow, so we just said, "Forget it. Let's get the blue one because it's a lot cleaner. It's a new one and it's much cleaner." So we did that one. Okay, originally I wanted to go all the way in, but there was like trash right here, so I had to make a scene where I went to more in. And I had to brace. So like this was multiple attempts. Like it was like 5 flips where I do a little bit of a skip here. I boost myself here, and I let the rest of my body mass just go into the trash can. That was just it was like I got scared for the first 2 attempts, but everything else it was just me being like, all right, I didn't like that, I didn't like this, I didn't like that until I got this clip, which is my favorite. All right, so there was a cut. There was a clip. There was a cut idea because at the beginning of the episode, there was an entirely different clip. The original plan was I come out of a bush and I'm like, hey y'all, bush here. I'm doing treasure hunting, right? And like I would talk about like what I'm here to discover the secrets, the most biggest secret in the world. And I was gonna grab a shovel and dig up the paper that says Frost is a furry. Do I actually have that right now? Give me a second. Okay, no, I do not have it. Sorry, I will check on my second monitor. Check here. So this paper says Frost is a furry. If I can find it, I'll put it on screen. If I can't find it, then I probably lost it. It says Frost is a furry, right? And then there was a post, and then, sorry, I just say, Frost is a furry. I was supposed to be rummaging it, right? I'm so bad at this. So let me explain from the beginning. I'm so sorry. It's just this is my first time doing it behind. So originally there was gonna be a clip here where I'm looking for the world's biggest question, right? It was originally me gonna be like getting a shovel. I pull out this paper which just says Frost is a furry. I say what the hell, and then it cuts, and it was supposed to originally it was originally gonna be like just start the intro here. There would have been no subscribe. It would have been in that clip instead. But it's just the pacing in the video didn't feel right. So that idea was ultimately scrapped, and the paper I found, like there was gonna be where it zoomed in on my face in the paper when I found it out of the ground. The hell, that's what would have happened to the paper. And that's why that paper was there. It was from a scrapped idea. I wish I could have done it, but it just did not feel right with the pacing. And the swoosh effect right here, what you're about to hear right now. That swoosh effect was awful. At this point, I don't think I should even include it. Is Frost Fox a furry? That is a question a lot of folks have been asking. Transitions are very messy, so this frost, okay, this frost, what am I talking about? Okay, yeah, I got it. So this frost took me a while to mask out. This one was pretty easy, but this frost was a pain. Like there was not a lot of good photos that had a good position for frost. Like there was this bad one, but it didn't show his face, so I'm like, I don't want to do that one. So I got one where he was standing, and I think I could find it if I tried to. This was a pain. It took me like a good 2 hours to mask out and get cleaned up a bit. It was very painful because there would be times where there would just be a line and just like, I don't want to deal with that. So yeah. And this transition right here was horrible. Let me just play it back. A lot of folks have been asking, but every time when yeah, so that transition was bad. It could have been a lot cleaner. Just still trying to figure out transition. And then there's gonna be another transition right here. Yeah, there was another transition right there. That could have been a lot cleaner. And I'm like saying like Frost could have denied it. Surprisingly, the subscribe and like icons were supposed to actually pop up here. But then my friend Stu, when I was in the VC with him, told me like it just could have been a lot better if it was at the start. I crossed that out because he keeps denying it. This keeps secret till the end of the video. Yeah, so the point of this was try to keep people hooked. As hook as I can, like just keep them watching the video for as long as they can. It was okay, I guess. This part was mediocre. What I said here, just keeps I should have been like big secret, watch till the end, or I'd be like keep watching to the end. I just said like I have a second secret, but I will talk about it later. I should have been like, also there's this big secret. If you keep watching, you can see the end. Maybe people would have watched more. I don't know. My analytics hasn't been dead in like 2 days. I get to see it. Furry part for now. If we travel back in time to 20, like I said, transition gonna be better, and this entire time I'm just using a lot of Mario music. 17. We can see the title is Freak a Furry YouTube Meet and Greet MFF 20. Okay, 2 issues here. Number 1, like that was the curve could have been a lot better, and the pop is way too loud. I noticed that when I was watching Frost react to my video. That's gonna be a separate video on my main channel, but like that pop was too loud. I'm not gonna play it again because it's better and could have been 17, where we could clearly see him at a furry transition could have been better. Convention with multiple furries. How could you tell these are furries? Well, look at them. They're colorful walking animals that strike fear into the common man. And they have tails. Okay, so right here, this was a horrible example of a clip because it's very dark and it's like kind of hard to see what you're doing. Like this person was wearing kind of blackish, so it was like really not a good example to say colorful creatures walking around. The joke was strike fear into the common man. There was originally supposed to be a clip where I'm just being like, whoa, 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 and I'm like scared, but I didn't have time to put that in. And I'm actually okay. I'm actually happy about this part. This circle was. I'm actually happy how I did the circle. It's just a better clip with a much colorful character would have been better than this person. This here. So it's the same pop effect like the loud one, but it was a lot quieter. And my mic peaked here, and that was an issue. But like I said, the room was too dark. It could have been better. This is not a good color. It just felt like this could have been a lot better if it was a different clip. How is that not a clue they are furries? And the fact that these first 2 videos were nothing to really critique about here. I was okay with this. Convention says a lot, but let's be honest here. That's not enough convincing evidence, so we need to go dig deeper. Right there, I'm okay with. Like, that one was actually pretty good on my part. I was happy with that. We're like, the need to go dig deeper. I like how I was able to time the click, because this was a click sound effect. So I have nothing to say about that.
Hello, my name is Frosty Art Fox.
His first few videos is him. Maybe a transition here, but I think this is fine. And I changed the music to more intense Bowser-ish music. But I'm happy with the pictures I chose here. I actually like them. But I feel like some of it feels a bit off-centered, and I could have actually made that a bad bet. him talking with a helmet and paws and him going to conventions. And that transition felt a bit weird. Could have worked on that a bit more. If I were to say anything like that clip where like with the human, it would have been this clip would have been so much better. Sorry. Yeah, this clip would have been a lot better for like this segment here because there's a lot more colorful creatures who could see better. The lighting ain't as dark. That would have been 10 times much better for the flow of the video. Except the word furry. That transition was good. I was able to actually learn how to master that transition a bit, and I was pretty happy. But let's also talk about this. These two videos are completely off. These videos were not correct. This was not a spotlight. This was just an alphabet thing. And this interview, it didn't have the title with furry in it. It just said Frost Fox interview or something. I just remember it didn't have furry in it. Neither did this one. Because the joke was like Frost has a lot of titles with the word furry in them. And these two did not have furry in them, or it did not match the corresponding thing. Like he had this thing where it was spotlights and interviews. This ain't his video. This was his video, but it was not a spotlight or an interview. It was just a random thumbnail from one of his old videos that I chosen. In them, like in interviews and spotlights. Actually, this makes me wonder, how much is a fursuit in general? Let me just do a quick Google search. Before I continue to the Google search. This part I was actually pretty satisfied about. Or like, where it's like, how much is a fursuit? How much is a fursuit in general? Let me just do a quick Google search. That search effect I was happy about. Now, this part, the Google search effect, this took me an estimate of like not 20 minutes, like 2 hours to understand because I had to use the legacy tool. I watched a tutorial on this, you can probably find it. The Google logo and the search was pretty easy. The pop-in was easy. It was just this part that was a bit of hard. And the crop was easy. It was hard to understand the crop at first, but I learned it to make it where the letters come in. And that clicky effect, I found it off the internet. So right there, let me go back a couple frames. If it would allow me to go back a couple. Okay, here. So I had to drag a mouse. I had to make it where if let me this the mouse. Let me see. So oops. Whoops. There we go, sorry. Which one was the mouse? Search was fine. So if I'm right, this is best mouse pointer. Yeah, so basically what happened here was I had to drag it. So see, one keyframe here. I moved it here as the second key. And then here was the click effect where it would go down. This was like a bit of annoying how I feel like it would have been better if it was on top, but I feel like that's just the best I could have done for that moment. I just had to time it with the click and the noise. So if you can hear the click in the back. Yeah, see? And then I immediately just had a white background and had it to dip to white. So it would come in from white to this. Overall, I was happy with that. It could have been a little bit smoother, but overall, I was happy with how that part turned. Alright, this is what I mean by continuity issue. I was wearing brown pants, on the other one I was wearing black. My friend told me, like, this is nothing to really care about, so this wasn't a big issue, but this bugged me personally. But this part, so this was actually a reuse cut clip. Because originally it was me with a surprised face, but I thought it'd be funnier where I'm more confused than surprised, where I said, huh. And my PC was on, so that's why you can hear this noise. See that, that like weird, like microwave noise, yeah. So the joke was like, I'm like supposed to look surprised and yell, what? But, and then I was like, I didn't like it. I got rid of the clip, and it was just me saying, huh, and it was a reuse. Huh. That model clip. If Processy ain't a furry, then why— Music change. Why would you spend an estimate of 3 months on run on that? Unless— No. We still need more evidence. I need backup. Alright, so this part, I feel like— Actually, I don't know how I could have made this part better. Maybe more visuals for this part, but yeah. Okay, let's talk about this part now. I need your help, and fast. This part could have been like 2 seconds shorter, but I'm overall happy with this how this went out. Music change. Gyro, I need to ask you a very important question.
Okay.
Is Frost a furry?
Yes.
The music is messed up for some reason. Gyro, I need to ask you a very important question.
Okay.
Is Frost a furry?
Yes, of course he's a furry. What do you? I'm surprised this is even a question. Have you seen him?
All right, so this is my friend Gyroscope. Gyroscope. He's gonna. Anyway, this part was fine. I was okay with Gyro's reaction. Gyro was like, this was a very it felt like a genuine reaction. I told him like, so I was gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna leave VC when I join. I'm gonna question is Frost a furry. Right? I liked his response.
I'm surprised this is even a question. Have you seen him?
Have you seen him? There was gonna be a lot more audio here, but I cut that because I'm like, it doesn't feel right if that's stretched out more.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So here's my friend Goten, aka T. Subscribe to them. So before I continue about T's part and play it, over here was like names of his, and I was upset about that. I was not mad at him. I was upset like how maybe I could have made this a little bit better, like just to remove this. Guilty Stew was a lifesaver here. He told me like, hey, grab the same hex color for this and just cover it, and it just worked. And I'm very happy for that. So thank you, Guilty. And I just say Gyro. No, Gyro didn't help me. Guilty helped me. So thank you, just Guilty. So let's talk about T. I have a bit of critiques for T. It's Frost the furry.
He's a furry.
I like T's reaction here. It's just like I wish I could have made him a little bit quieter before I told him to speak it. It's just like I had to make him a bit low. He was just too loud, but like overall, this part was fine. I liked his reaction. Good job, T.
You know, if you don't want to make that connection, furry starts with the letter F, and so does his name, and yeah.
I feel like this could have been cut down like maybe like 4 seconds where it just ended with him saying like his name also starts with F. That would have been fine. This part just felt a bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
He's a furry, please believe me. He hasn't trapped me in his basement for days trying to tell me he isn't a furry. He's a
T did good here. Maybe I should have just cut it like after he said like he trapped me in his basement. Cut. It should have gone to the next person, which is perfect. But like I said, T did a good job here.
furry. He's a
Frostartic Fox is the biggest furry I have ever met in my entire life. I am in several Discord servers with several furries, and not a single one of them are as big as a furry as that motherfucker.
Okay. So, Imperfect, okay, so I do want to mention one other thing. So, Imperfect, right? Imperfect is Frost's friend. They're great. And like it was just hard. This was a bit hard, not technical wise, more like time zone wise. Because Imperfect is Australian. I just had to stay up a bit longer to get the Imperfect clip. I got it and it was perfect. No pun intended. But like I'm happy with Imperfect's clip. Imperfect's clip was too good. I kept the whole thing. I think there was like 10 seconds before that where I'm asking the question like, hey, is Frost a furry? But I cut that, so it's just immediately to the answer, and that's how I like the pacing of the video. And yeah, thank you. And I want to throw in, there was originally going to be 2 more people for this clip, but I was unable to get in contact with them, or I just forgot. I was originally gonna get GT, friend GT, Australian, you know them, for subscribe to them. I was originally gonna go contact them, but they were currently doing university work and school and job, and I'm like, I don't want to bother GT, so I ultimately scrapped the GT and didn't DM her because I feel like I would feel bad if I'm taking away time from her actual productive stuff. So yeah, I wish I could have gone in GT, but then again, it was like, no, it's more important for them to get their own stuff work. They don't really need the stress of like, a plan asking them lines. I know it's even 30 seconds, but those 30 seconds could kind of be like time consuming. And I was supposed to get Jolt Me, but I forgot to get Jolt Me because it was after I got the imperfect clip. I was like, I can't get GT Jolt Me. I could not get Jolt Me is also one of Frost's friends. And I'm like, you know what, forget it. Let's just scrap those 2. As much as I wanted them, it's just due to inconveniences, I couldn't get them.
Are as big as a furry as that motherfucker.
You know what? Let's just have a compilation. This TV effect was from this TV effect right here was from, oh yeah, I'm using one of my older models. I'm planning on using new models soon, but like this, I'm happy. This is from my friend Alex, aka Get Mug. They're great artists. I'll have their socials linked in the description if I remember. Oh yeah, so this TV effect in the background, not this pause. This pause was easy. This took me like about 10 minutes to learn from. It was annoying. I kept it, and I was so happy that that proves that Frost is a furry, or any time he says he is a furry. Oh wait, okay, there we go. I feel like I could have paused. I could have been like, I could have delivered this line a bit better. Whereas, be like, let's have a compilation of part that proves that Frost says he is, or how. I don't know this guy. I feel like it could have been better. This line could have been delivered a bit better here.
I know I'm a furry. Now turn the hacking camera off.
No things here. No, nothing I could have complained about that. This here, it's okay. There was a much funnier part, but because of time constraints, it would have been a lot longer. Because I think Frost tilted his head backwards and started eating him more. It was funny, but because of it, I could only just show the parts of him just shoving it in his mouth. Alright, so this was something I noticed, but I thought it was just me. But like, there was just a lag spike here with OBS, so that's why there's just a weird spike there. And this was from a collab he did with I think one of his Spanish friends. I forgot where. And I don't know why. I just love this clip. I don't know why I had this clip. This clip proved nothing that he was a furry. It's just I love this clip too much because if he says this.
Howdy.
It just I don't know why I found it so funny. I just enjoyed this part.
Yeah, this is how we drink water.
So this clip was supposed to be of like him engulfing the cup, but I feel like this was just a poor representation of that. It didn't prove anything. This was just a clip from his recent Munchie MC stream, and it just didn't prove anything. It was just him eating the cup, and I'm like, Furry's eating something. I don't know. This clip didn't feel.
Oh my gosh, I actually can't drink the water.
And also all these other images that is probably enough proof. Yeah, that's what. Okay, yeah, here it is. If I can, there you go. This is the clip where I masked Frost out of. This took 2 hours because the plans, the lighting, the shadows. That was annoying. So all these thumbnail. This was thumbnail. Other images. Twitter Fursuit Friday. I got Yeehaw Fursuit Friday. Oh yeah, he's bisexual. I'm happy for us. That is. This is a joke where he changes people's profile pictures or I think headings or something. No, it was PFPs where it's like most liked. I will change my PFP. It was this. I just find it funny of how many times. This is probably enough proof. But thanks to So this part where I'm about to explain was originally this part where I'm gonna play right now was non-existent. I'll explain it after it plays. Perfect Chaos, Frost's head Twitch mod and friend. They showed me if you go to Frost's Instagram and check the tags, it all has something to do with furry. This is okay. So this part of the video was originally going to be scrapped. Well, it didn't exist. I did not know this part was even going to exist. I did not have no intentions of this. It's just in Perfect Chaos when I was in MVC with them. They showed me that Frost has a lot of furry tags. And I'm like, I know what place where I can put this because it's during the compilation of evidence part. And yeah, I was pretty happy of how this went. So let me see. It has something to do with. Yeah, I like how this dipped back and only focused on the whatchamacallit, on the tags. So thank you, Imperfect, for this. If it wasn't for you, this part would never existed. They were the reason why they pointed out the Instagram part. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about the symbol friends was a pain. I couldn't know what was a friend symbol, so and then it took me like 10 minutes to find a good friend symbol, and I found that. And this one is just Twitch mod. To prove that Frost is a furry, and anything else is just completely invalid. This is all the evidence you need. Now, Alright, so this part is completely. It could have been delivered a bit better. But like, let's talk about like one of my issues that I saw. Completely invalid. This is all the evidence you need. Now, time for the second thing to expose. Bowser music could have started like 2 seconds later, I believed. Frost on, and it's very shocking to me, and I think IRL me should take over for this. But I'm gonna let you know, it will completely change your opinion on Frost after what I tell you. That line was too long. I felt like I should have cut it down. Like, I should have not stretched out the, wow, something Frost did so and so. Now, time for the second. Transitions could have been better, and you can see the green screen breaking at the bottom. Second thing to expose Frost on. It was very shocking to me when I found out, and it's gonna be shocking to you, but he doesn't follow me on Twitter. He likes him. I was actually happy for this. This was actually my favorite part. I feel like not a lot of complaints about this. Maybe a bit more expression, but like, yeah. This was like, he hasn't followed me, which I find funny, but he doesn't really need to follow me. I just wanted to throw it out there that he doesn't follow me, even though he's known me for like 3 months, and we talk a ton sometimes, and I just found this funny. Wait, where does my hand go? He liked some of my tweets. Oh yeah. If I'm gonna be honest, I think he liked a total of 3 of my tweets. This was my most popular one, where it was like this small it was just a thing with me and GT on the server. We were talking. We went on top of my house, and then there was this giant chicken. We took a screening, and I posted it on Twitter. Ross liked it, and I'm like, come on, not even a follow. But yeah, like I said, he didn't really need to follow me. I just found it funny, and the fact that he doesn't make it funny just makes it even funnier. But he never truly follows me. But I know, it's very shocking. But we're not gonna let a simple mistake ruin his career. That line right there was just him to be like, Frost, follow me. I'm saying, poke, poke. That's basically what. With this amount of overwhelming evidence, it's green screen breaking. It's safe to say that Frost is a furry. And in case he ever did not, issue with this is like this over here and this here was practically the same. Was just the same thing twice. Show him this video that I planned was able to. Thumbnail originally this said neat thumbnail here, but it was before because the thumbnail was made like a week ago, but actually I had 2 thumbnails, right? But I didn't like the first one, and the first one needed IRL me, but the lighting was bad. I scrapped it and made it into this one. I actually like this one a bit more, but like I said, I'm still learning how to get better at thumbnails. So I'm pretty sure like some bigger creators, if they were to tell me like, hey, you could have made this, I don't know, bigger or make it glow more, and this could have been more glowy. I don't know. Like I said, like unless someone with bigger experience, this was fine for me. But I feel like it could have been a lot better. But for me, this was okay. I was like, this is fine. This might actually work. Discover his biggest. Oh yeah, and I rarely use this PNG model, so I have it now. Secret. Oops. Secret yet, because we cannot let him keep getting away with this. All jokes aside, FrostFox is an amazing person and friend. And okay, the background, green screen. I felt like I could have just kept the same plants one, but there was a reason why I needed just to. Actually, no, there was no reason. I just forgot to give myself the normal background. This video was made in good fun, so no hate towards Frost. Oh yeah, I wanted to throw it. At the beginning, there was supposed to be a clarification. This is all a joke, but then again, my friend Guilty Sue just said, like, just clarify it at the end so people can watch the whole thing. And I will most likely beat him in court on the 21st or the 27th, depending. Thank you, Grandma. So here's one thing I want to throw in. The trial, right? There's this trial whole plan where it's going to be me against Frost. That is currently put on hold. It's not going to happen on the 21st. It's not going to happen on the 27th. It's just too many inconveniences with a bunch of the members. I'll DM Frost after this recording. That's why I said what I just said is not true, because I don't know. I truly don't know what the date is. And also because Ancestry is. But like I said, I don't know the date. I don't know when the most people are available. I'm currently doing my best to get as much information as I can. Everybody. And yeah. Depending on when this video was released. I'm still debating on the date for the trial, so sorry about that. Well, with just like that, I think this was put in front of me I actually put this in front of me now because it's telling people like, hey, to subscribe is more of the main focus, not me for. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to FrostFox, and what the hell? I thought they. Okay, so I'm gonna play this entire video out, but like, just so I dip to black just for this watch. Fix the lights. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there we go. Well, until then, my friends, sayonara and good. Alright, so right here, so the reason why I dipped to black is it was gonna be this running joke where there's a quote-unquote furry behind me. This is not a furry helmet I want to throw in. This was something that happened one Halloween. Dad brought this home. Kept it. So the joke was, the lights cut, somebody cut out the lights. I grab my flashlight, I stand up, and this is my sister in the helmet. She wore it. I told her like, hey. Also, she's a bit shorter than me, so I told her to stand on a stool. Hi, Nara, and good. And here's my issue. I closed my eyes a bit too early because I knew she was. Because this was 3 takes. She grabbed me. I didn't know she was gonna grab me pretty hard. I thought she was just gonna slowly grab me and drag me. I didn't expect her to straight up just go full force grab me and drag me. All right. So that's why I closed my eyes very early, because the first attempt, she grabbed me too hard. I was like, all right, now that I know you're going to grab me hard, I'm going to prepare for that. And yeah, she grabs me. Oh yeah, I told her to wear gloves because she was wearing something pink here, pink or red, I forgot, and it just didn't fit right with the helmet. So I told her to wear something. This is my jacket and gloves from the garage. I told her to put it on. It looks better, and yeah. Yeah, and practically the video there was a lot much longer clip. It just caught like me telling my sister, I'm like, all right, thank you, that's good. But it was just gonna be pure darkness, and my sister was actually supposed to stand up, look in the camera, and walk away. But I ultimately cut that, and that's practically. And that's basically everything about the Frost is a Furry video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to, if you just, this is not supposed to be. This is just a video explaining like what I did. And if you wanted more, but until then, subscribe to my main channel. Subscribe here if you want. Do what you want. I really couldn't care less for. I care more about the channel. Okay. Anyway, until then, my friends, sayonara.